is
Zaza. Oh, yeah.
Fitzy and
Sweet as.
Wippa.
Happy Thursday, guys. It is Fitzy and Wippa with you on Nova. Welcome to the podcast. I'm just going through Wippa's phone at the moment,
What
having
can
a
you
look at
see?
all the people that he has on Instagram and following. A lot of thirst accounts here, mate. You're a bit of a sicko.
Oh, no, I'm just very
you
thirsty.
really need... What are you looking to buy a pair of bikinis yourself?
You never know when you're going to need them.
I don't think you need them.
That fitness range that you may have seen as well, although they're leggings and a crop top, I might need that at some stage. I don't know. I've just been through your phone too, and I wouldn't have given that man 50% of the money up front for the hit job.
What?
On, that guy that was hanging around your house.
Kept quiet, and I am good friends with the boys from the Comancheros. We are talking about going through your partner's phone and deleting things on there that you don't like about their life.
Oh, I've deleted all my selfies that I take in the mirror when I'm completely nude out of the shower.
Are you allowed to do this, or are you invading their privacy? It's in the podcast.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Where is the line? That's what I would like to ask here. Went out for lunch on Saturday with a couple of couples, and we were talking about the old gram. And we had one couple.
You are in the eastern suburbs.
Well, no, we're talking about Instagram.
Oh, phew, okay.
Sorry, mate.
Sorry.
You know me well enough. We're talking about Instagram. And then there was an admission by one of the couples that the female in the relationship, she had, without approval or his knowledge, gone through his Instagram page and deleted pages that she felt he shouldn't be following.
Was this the first he was hearing of it?
It was the second time. He'd only
So he
just
knew-
found out
Right.
the other day.
But not when she did it.
No.
And these were like female accounts,
Yeah,
I'm
but
guessing?
innocent, fitness,
Innocent.
good-looking girls.
Innocent
Yeah.
fitness.
Wives usually react to innocent follows.
Well, when I say fitness, I mean they were pages celebrating health. They weren't so much
or swimwear.
hot pants 69. Do you know what I mean?
No one's got that handle.
No one has that handle. But if you do, call the show, let us know. And there was, I mean, it can open so many doors there where you say, well, for one, why did you need to do that? Like, are you uncomfortable in the relationship if I was to see another hot girl on Instagram? Secondly, why didn't you just talk to me about it beforehand? Thirdly, do you have the right just to pick up my phone, go through, and then run your little edit over what you don't want me to see?
Patronising your little edit.
Your little edit.
So what had they said to each other of those options?
He had to play the cool card and go, oh, I don't care, well, whatever. Yeah, not fast.
And why did she say she'd done it? She just didn't feel comfortable that he followed these women.
See, I would find it hard if BJ was following attractive men.
I wouldn't
But
really
do you
care.
know if she might be?
I'd have no idea. I would
Yeah.
have no idea, and I don't know what she scrolls on. I've never really checked her followers. But
Would you be upset if BJ said, oh, how hot is that guy?
if you're on, if she was on the couch at home and I walked past and she's flicking through Instagram
Just
and there's
cruising.
guys and she's looking at guys.
Yeah, it's a bit
Like,
odd.
what are you doing?
Oh, God, I don't care about that.
Oh, but there's a difference, isn't there? Like, to Fitz's point, there's one thing when you're just hanging out. Like, what if you're having breakfast and he picks up his phone
Oh,
and
but he's not spending his time. I don't think that was
then why
the
do
issue.
you follow them?
Because he wants to see what she's up to and he would admire what she looks like.
Are they good friends? Like,
No.
These are people that...
He doesn't
but
even know them.
So...
That's
is
the thing.
Yeah, so just delete the account.
So Lisa will do things like, she'll go, oh my God, that guy on Lux listings or that guy on $1 Million listings, New York, he is my new crush. He's so hot.
Yeah.
I started following him on Instagram. I don't care. Go for your life.
Well,
Yeah.
you've got a weird relationship because you
Not really.
you point out
No.
to Lisa how good that girl's body is and how good her boobs are.
Yeah, but that's just observational. But she'll point it out as well, going, oh my God, that girl is so hot.
Yeah,
big deal.
I get your point. There's something like, yeah, Gary and I don't go through each other's phones. I feel like if someone wants to do something, they'll just do it. And some people are brazen and dumb and others will just find a way.
See-
So if this person wants to look at women who look a certain way.
Or fitness pages, yeah.
Sure, whatever. He's going to find a way.
I mean, Tommy, you through frustration Oh, don't mouth
Don't
that.
swear, Thomas.
Don't mouth that to me, Tom.
What?
You ended up deleting a lot of pages that you followed because you were just getting frustrated by it. Boy, you thought, what's the point of me
Well,
looking at
Did
these
you have
drunk
to-
on a couch?
No.
What were you told by Inga to unfollow these, Tom?
No, this was my own initiative, Fitz, where I was looking at these people and I was like, why am I looking at shots of you in a bikini? Like, I'm happily married, I've settled down. So the only one I have left is Kendall Jenner, and I've got rid of probably 20 others.
Wow, you were following 20 women in bikinis?
Well, no, they weren't
What a
always in
sense check,
bikinis.
Tom.
Sicko.
But
Absolute sicko.
sometimes they wore other things, but I thought, why do I want this?
Yeah, why did you? But be honest, why did you? Because you like to see women in
Is there
swimwear.
anything wrong with a guy
No, but let
looking
him.
at
Like, why?
pictures of a hot girl?
Yeah,
well, this is-
I
it
think there
depends.
is.
No, there's
I
not.
think you're looking for other things.
No, you're not.
It
What are
depends
you
your
looking for?
motivation.
What's the
It's amazing to see because guys are attracted to girls.
And there it is.
Right?
There it is.
So it's
And
the
you're-
attraction.
Of course it is.
But that's the thing.
Same reason you like looking at a hot guy. Or you would go, oh, God, he's good looking.
No,
Yeah,
there's
but
no
I don't
crime
follow
there.
them on Instagram and look at them
You
all
don't
day.
have to, but that's no one's sitting down and looking at them all day.
Well, no, if you are on Instagram, you are, mate.
Yeah.
You're not sitting down all day. You're not doing 8 hours on the couch going, oh, my God, have a look at this.
No,
have a
no,
look at
no.
this,
might.
have a look at
If
this, have a
you're
look at this.
following someone on Instagram, every day something will
Yes,
pop
but
up from their feed.
you're suggesting it's a crime that a guy would be attracted to the beauty of a girl.
Yeah, but you
it's
need
a
it
natural
regularly.
instinct.
If you're following them on Instagram, you need that
I
regularly.
don't think you need it. You like it. I love ice cream. Do I eat it every day? No. No.
Yeah, but you'll look at an Instagram bikini model every day when
Or Ben,
something
and
pops up.
or Ben and Jerry's, if I follow them on Instagram. So, Tom, you just decided to opt out.
Smash
Yeah,
Tom.
I opted out, and I nearly dropped Kendall Jenner on the weekend when she dressed up as
Toy Story.
Jessie from Toy Story.
That's
in,
correct.
In those cut-off denim.
The chaps.
That's fair
Chaps.
enough, Tommy. What? Because did Inga catch you as Woody, or did you?
Oh, here we go.
No,
Revisit.
but has Inga expressed her disappointment with your Kendall Jenner love?
When I could see Kendall Jenner's nipple through the T-shirt,
Go on,
the
Tom.
one on the weekend, I said, and you can see her nipple. And Inga was like, well, why?
This is too much.
Yeah, this is too much. So, Kendall, this is my warning to you, I suppose.
A warning, not a firing, just a warning. Because she's pushed it, but
So you nearly lost me with that nipple shot, Kendall.
DeGroot, have you been told to unfollow people on your Instagram account?
The phrase that Bronte always used to describe them were thirst accounts. They're just
Yes.
girls
They are
being
thirst
thirsty,
accounts.
doing absolutely nothing more than just being thirsty.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, there's a reason I don't have Instagram anymore.
and there it is.
You know
Right
what
there.
we love about you, mate? Your honesty. Your honesty is spot on. 13
about
24 10. If a partner has gone through your phone and decided to do this for you, flick through your Instagram page and just delete pages that they didn't approve of. Could be a guy, could be a girl. I mean, I'm sure this has happened as well with girls that have got, guys that have got girls that love looking at hot blokes on Instagram. Has it happened to you?
Wippa said he was at a dinner party the other night.
Extraordinary. She admitted to going through his phone and deleting people that he followed on Instagram.
Thirst accounts.
Thirst traps.
Thirst. You're a big fan of the thirst, aren't
Thirsty.
you, mate?
Okay.
How many thirsts do you reckon you have?
Oh, heaps.
No,
I don't
How
really-
many people do you follow? We found
Well,
out.
you know, you get confused by this every time I mention it because you think I'm following people or I'm following pages. So there's a big difference. I follow 1,600 people and pages.
That's not too bad.
That's a lot, though. What do you follow?
I am 400, I think. I am 491.
There you
Tells
go.
me.
What's your favourite follow, man? Fitzy Wippa?
Oh, that's an interesting. That's a really
Hey, seriously, what's your favourite follow? What are you hitting up? You know what I mean?
Can we go to Kathleen in Oran Park? Do you and your partner go through each other's phones? Do you make this like a regular thing, Kath?
No, so what we did just before we got married, we made a pact to one another that, because I was following some people that he didn't like and he was following people that I didn't like, so we both swapped phones the day before our wedding and we deleted what we didn't like and then that was the end of it.
It's not bad.
Yeah, good idea.
Do you know what? It's a great way of doing it.
Yeah, but it's weird if you've deleted someone that you considered sensitive, but it wasn't for him. Let's say, for example, Kathleen, you deleted one of your good friends that he was following, and then it becomes, well, why did you have an issue with her? You know what I mean?
You know what?
He did he did ask me who I deleted, and it was all, like Maddie said, it was all like the thirsty girls showing half-naked photos and bikinis and deliberate.
He wasn't.
There was a couple that had, I was like, is this a friend or a family? He's like, oh, it's a girl from school, but I don't really talk to her. So I was like, well, she's going.
Oh, she's gone. He's fully hydrated now. He's married, isn't he, Kathleen? He doesn't need to have any more thirst.
Well, yeah, that was my biggest thing. I was like, well, if you're marrying me, you obviously love me. You're happy with what you've got. So why do you need to look at girls like that?
The other thing is too, though, I would make this maybe a 3 to 6 monthly check-in where you do it again, because I would suggest after your unfollows, he went back and follow.
Don't put distrust in their relationship.
No, I'm just putting life in their relationship, Sarah. Reality I'm inserting.
To my producer like that, you rude pig. Rachel in Peakhurst, what did you do with your ex's phone, Rach?
Yeah, I went through my ex's phone a few times and deleted ones because he was a bit of a repeat offender and kept refollowing.
Very thirsty.
See,
running a marathon, in fact, through Instagram.
Rachel, why did you do it, though? Did it make you feel uncomfortable that he was looking at other women?
Well, I think that, sorry, just
sorry. Yeah, be careful,
I think that because in my new relationship, I've never felt the need to do that. I think it's, you know, how secure your partner makes you feel, and I didn't really feel secure in that relationship.
Yeah.
Rach, is it you comparing yourself to what he's looking at on Instagram?
Yeah, I guess in a way I was. Yeah.
Did he cheat on you, Rach?
He did end up cheating on me, yeah.
With someone from Instagram?
I found out that through Instagram that he was cheating, actually.
There it is.
This is what I mean.
Yeah,
Any guys with thirst accounts will end up cheating on their partner.
Rach, did you find out in his DMs or what happened?
Yeah, it was in his DMs.
Yes.
He forgot that I went through it a few times.
Oh, and it was one of your friends, wasn't it, Rach?
Wow.
It wasn't actually. I didn't know the person, thankfully.
And do you still follow him on Instagram?
No. It's been a long time.
Dead and buried. Good on you, Rach.
When we talk about love going through people's phones, you think of Terry on the Central Coast. Tez, you there, mate?
How you going, guys?
Yeah, good, Terry. Sounds like you got an emotional tale for us on this Thursday morning. What happened, mate?
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys know that after 28 years, my wife cheated on me and someone else that she met online. But after the first month or so, I still thought that we were, able to work it out and get back together.
Hopeful, yeah.
And she accidentally left her phone, and I knew it was a bad thing to do, but I knew the password, so I had a quick look. And I found a video that she had made of her pretty much pleasuring herself.
Oh, Terry.
And calling out this other guy's name.
Oh, no. So, did you know who the guy was? Did you know the name, Terry?
Yeah, I knew the name of the guy. It was a guy that she met on this online video game.
Twitch. Oh, yeah. I've been...
World of Warcraft, was it, Terry?
They usually do find each other.
It's twitching.
Yeah.
No.
Oh, sorry. So, Terry, you found this video and she's yelling out, "Oh, Brian."
Yeah.
Sorry, it's not funny.
No.
Brian.
Grand Theft Auto.
Oh, Brian. And then what did you do from there? Did you say to her, "Look, I saw you doing that, yelling his name"?
Oh.
No, look, honestly, I was in shock.
Yeah.
And my worst fears came to light.
Oh, man.
Yeah.
So that was it. After that was it. It was all over, Terry. Have you spoken to her since? Do you follow her on Instagram now, or?
We've got kids together, so we have to speak to each other. But
that's tough.
It's just it's nasty.
It's getting ugly.
I went over there to pick up the kids one time. She put an ABO on me to keep me away from her place so she can have.
Getting heavy, Terry. Getting heavy. Do you know is she still with the other guy now? The guy from the video?
Yeah, he's moving in with her and my kids. I know nothing of this guy, and I don't know what I can do about it because there's obviously nothing I can do.
Yeah,
well, there's, the story there is that he's, whether you go through the phone or not, but he's found something. He's found evidence.
Yeah, but it's hard that you can't leave your wife at home alone. She's doing that sort of stuff.
Man,
Tom, do we have...
when Terry rings us regularly, and it's always,
Terry.
I don't like it when we always finish the call like that.
Just to lighten the mood, Tom, is there anything for Terry to lift his day?
Not particularly.
That were not in the...
Yeah.
Why don't you give him $100 to spend? Get him a new suit or something, Terry.
Yeah, that's great, actually, Terry. How about $100 to spend at Maya for you, Tez, on the way, mate?
Thanks,
and
guys.
New undies and socks.
Terry.
Maybe the Fitzy and Wippa thongs.
No. Oh, Terry, they'll go well up on the Central Coast, the thongs.
Yeah, they go up well up on the coast, yeah.
Emotional story, but every cloud, mate.
Oh, look.
You've had a win.
Brightens your day, doesn't it?
It does.
Well,
Thanks, Terry. Thanks for calling.
Get the jump on summer and check out whatif.com for amazing getaways. Aussies just know how to summer. It's in our DNA.
Bring it on. Book your accommodation, flights, car hire, and more, all on the What If app.
What if it's Aussie for travel? What fell off of your body?
What fell off your body?
Well, I mean, it doesn't have to be fallen off, but is there a body part that's gone now?
Well, you have it with quite common if someone was to attempt to summit Mount Everest, they'll get frostbite. You hear stories of people and their finger falls off on the train. They just
Anyone
throw it out
got
the window.
leprosy and your arm fell off? I'd love to get your calls 13 24 10. Give us a ring right now. This is an interesting one, Sarah. For any mums out there, have a listen to this story.
My nipple started to turn black at the base and white at the tip. That's a signal for bad blood flow. There's no blood flow getting through the nipples. That's a dead nipple and dead tissue. I latched my baby boy on. He's nursing and he stops. I'm looking down. He's kind of choking.
Oh, stop.
My nipple broke off and he had it in his mouth.
You gotta love it.
Her nipple fell off.
That's true nipple cripple.
Oh,
That is.
very good.
Or cripple
well
nipple.
done. That's like...
Not many dead nip stories out there,
No,
are there?
how'd you come across this?
Free nipple.
I mean, that's just fallen off. I didn't know that they could fall off.
New meaning to
Does
the
it
term
grow-
free the nipple, yeah.
Nipple doesn't grow back, does it? Can the child then breastfeed after that?
Great question.
They might struggle. No, they might need to use an assisted plastic
Funnel.
cover thing
Yeah.
that you then use.
Nipple caps.
Yeah,
Or don't you get what's the bit on the trumpet or something like that?
Sorry,
that
mate?
you use that you just change over
Oh, the
the mouthpiece.
yeah.
Get a new mouthpiece, can't you?
So in essence, yes, you're right.
It's a shame because it'd make it harder. It's a shame you can't connect a tube from one breast to the other.
Well, no, because the milk is made independently for each breast, so
I
you
know,
still need.
I know.
She would probably breast pump or maybe just use formula.
Lack of blood flow must be a big one, and I didn't know this until we had Campbell Brown on. And diabetics get to a point where they don't have any blood flow, or they can't feel their feet.
That's right.
Yeah.
The numb.
And his dad, Mal Brown, one night he had a cut on his foot and couldn't feel it at all. And the Jack Russell, while he was asleep, started gnawing away at his feet while he was asleep.
Why would
He
you?
woke up and half of his toe was gone, Sarah, from the dog eating it.
But
Ate his toe.
why would the dog? I mean, I know the story's true. Why would a dog start eating human?
That's what sausage says.
Yeah, but if you're at home now with your pet, you're with Beastie. He doesn't come up and chew on your
It
fingers.
seems weird, doesn't it? Was a little
does.
Jack Russell ate his toe.
Ate his toe.
Yuck.
Maybe there's a smell when the flesh dies that is different for the dog.
Well, it's what do you get when you're freezing cold as
Yeah,
well?
frostbite.
Frostbite.
Frostbite with fingers and blood flow into your fingers as well. You can lose them and they fall off.
No thanks.
My dad lost his finger in a guillotine, but it was like a paper cutting guillotine. And so when you see his, what do you call that, an index finger?
Your knuckle.
Yeah, is that an index finger? So he's cut it and it was just hanging off.
At the top of the knuckle or underneath the knuckle?
Above the knuckle.
Okay.
And then it was hanging on by the skin. So I went to the doctor. He said, I can fix this up for you, mate. And sewed it on. It's twisted and wonky. So you
that
kind of
makes
see
me
that.
feel
But I told you about our cousins. And she fell into a mill that was processing hay. It was processing grass and processing hay. She fell in as a little girl, and they
Well,
quickly...
you can drown. You can suffocate, can't you?
Well, the cutter or the processor cut her leg off just below the knee. So they then had to get her to hospital. So they wrapped something around the stump of her leg, took the leg right clean off, took it off, put her in the back of the car, and then got the leg with the shoe and the sock on it and just strapped it next to her in the back with a seatbelt over it. And they drove to hospital.
Connect.
You
Just connect this back on if that's all right.
Do you know there's another guy I know and he's
Hang on. Did they put her leg back on?
Nah, couldn't get it back on.
Just leave off the end of the story.
Oh, sorry, no, couldn't get it back on. No,
Right.
prosthetic. So there was another
Was it a
guy.
good season, that one, though? Did they make a bit of...
Yeah, they made a bit of... Yeah, it was all right.
You'd have to ditch all that crop, surely. That's sick,
Are
man.
you worried about the crop?
Well, she's bled.
The cow's going to be eating going... this is a crunchy bit of... Oh, I tell you what, there's a bit of sock and blood in that. Got the blood and bone. I thought that was for the garden. There was another guy I know, and he lost a leg sailing. But anyway, he'd got back to the dock. I think he was on the dock or they just pulled in. Anyway, the rope wrapped around his leg just above his knee. And then the rope tightened like you would put a bit of string around a tooth.
Yeah.
Just before it came out, and then you pull on the ends and it pops off. He said the rope tightened and it broke, it snapped like it was breaking a carrot. That easy. And it just came off.
That was his leg. His whole leg come off.
Yeah,
And
above
he
the knee.
didn't bleed to death?
No, they wrapped something around it and stopped it, and then wrapped it. He sculled a bottle of whiskey
Wow.
because he knew that pain was about to kick in. So he sculled a bottle of whiskey and woke up in hospital with the Australian flag wrapped around the stump.
It's not good, though, to scull a bottle of whiskey.
No, he would have woken up with a terrible
There's a fair bit
hangover.
of shock, though, that goes into that, isn't there? That you don't...
I don't think they can operate on you if you have alcohol in your system. So that would
You'd have to be able to do something. If it was a nice Japanese whiskey or something, I don't know the brand of
to
it.
sit on the bed, and they made him sober up.
He went out
You
there.
silly little boy. You're going to have to stay here for 4 hours.
He went out.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Fitzy and Wippa's annual Sydney pub crawl.
The tour is underway.
One minibus, a couple of breakfast hosts,
All right, who's next?
and as many frothies with our listeners as we can in 24 hours.
All right, next pub, let's go.
Jump on board the Life Crisis Sydney Pub Tour. Life Crisis.
Lager, sometimes cider, vodka, lager.
Record is 36 pubs on the Fitzy and Wippa show. Actually, Sarah, you were in Great Nick last year, all the way up
you.
until the end.
Do you know what I mean, though? Yesterday says, when we're on Sea Deck,
Yes.
or Tuesday we're on the Sea Deck, right? Party boat. Sarah,
I was
2
ready.
drinks in,
Yeah.
is on the vodka Red Bulls.
Well, a listener very kindly bought me a drink. I thought it was rude to say no, but I was pumped, and I say to you,
Yep.
I think
Warming
I'm ready
up.
for the pub tour now.
Warming up.
And it's all about, doing it properly and taking our time, and that's what we do. We don't have to drink at every pub. We have a couple of waters here as well. Can I just say thanks to Johnny Green? He came on the show yesterday. He's the director of the Australian Hotels Association, and he said that all the pubs are open to us. He's going to get us in quickly and out quickly so he can try and break that record. Do you know what? I think we twisted his arm as well, Tommy, to leave a couple of bar tabs at a few of those pubs for
that's
people.
And tomorrow we're also going to announce something very special, some very special merch which our listeners can get their hands on.
Heard from the Premier. I mean, Dominic Perrottet joined us quite new to the role he was last year. I think we're at the Australian, just
the Rocks.
in the Rocks there.
Yeah.
He saddled up and had a beer.
If you want to, don't forget you can DM us on Instagram. Tell us where you would like us to go. Ryan's giving us a call, though, from Rudy Hill. Good morning, Ryan.
Good morning. How are we, guys?
Good, right? What's going on?
Well, I'm the general manager of the Carousel Inn in Rudy Hill.
Oh, yes.
And I reckon you guys should come out to the Wild Wild West and kick off your crawl at the Carousel.
Yes.
Oh, you reckon an early start there?
Yeah.
Is it more of a saloon out there, is it, Ryan?
Oh, look, we look after everybody. Big sports bar, look after
fun.
families.
Hey, Ryan, last year we did kick off the show. We did part of the show from a venue which was the start of our pub crawl. So could we broadcast from there, Tommy? Is that what we're thinking as well?
Yeah, if we can. Is that all right, Ryan?
That sounds amazing to me.
Great.
Bring the whole minibus and the whole team.
It's 8 a.m, though, Ryan. I mean, you're not kicking off the pub around then. Can you get a few workers in, or is that too early?
I reckon we can sort you guys out.
All right.
Amazing. That would be amazing. Ryan, we love the idea. Let's do that. Lock it in.
Absolutely.
Thanks, buddy.
One man who hates pubs, hates having a beer, hates having a good time is Colin Fasnich. He's giving us a call. Good morning, Faz.
Good morning, boys.
Well, Faz, I tell you what, we won't be serving oysters around you. Where were you, Bateman's Bay last night?
How good was that, huh? The frozen there. These
Fresh
seafoods
frozen.
now are $169.
Oh, it's magnificent. Faz, was there a pub in Ireland that you just go to immediately as soon as you get over there that just has that real comfortable feel to it?
Well, when I get escorted off the plane, I go straight to Hogan's. It's a pub called Hogan's in Dublin. It's amazing.
Yeah.
And what I will say, boys, is I've been supporting you for years, right? Right? I've been, you're on my coattails for years.
What?
You should be coming to my pub, Castlereagh by Fastnich.
All right.
Castlereagh by Fasnich, yeah.
Can we pop into Faz's pub, Tommy? Any chance?
Yeah, right in the city, yeah, Faz.
Yeah, but hang on a minute, Faz. What have you got to offer? Like, when we get there, what sort of show are we going to get?
How about a suckling pig sausage roll, boys?
Yes, please. Yeah, far
You do not need to offer twice.
And then, because you're like my special friends, I'm going to the frost. Some fish, some oysters, and some lobster straight away.
Gee, they weren't happy. The old prawn linguine, that got sent back. Loving the show, mate. Loving it.
Yeah, the show's going off. It's going off. Like, next week's even better. Get
Yeah,
ready for next
it's really
week.
good
Keeps getting
viewing.
better.
Oh, I love you, Faz. Guinness there? Do they serve Guinness?
Of course we serve Guinness. Irish, mate.
Okay.
Gee, she started getting angry then.
We got a bicycle on the wall. You know, it's like Irish pub.
Hey, well done on Kitchen Nightmares as well, Faz. There's a lot of people loving that show. You're doing a great job.
Thanks, boys. I'm like the frozen seafood detective.
That was awesome last night. But you know what was amazing? Just to play the way you played back the manager and the chef, who they thought there was no issue with, and now they're revealing it all on the laptop. What a great moment that was.
I actually stayed in the hotel upstairs, and I was in the next room to the manager that night, and I had to put the chair up against the door.
Because you thought they were going to come in and get you.
I thought he was going to fly kick the door down.
That's why I got a beard now.
He wasn't happy, but a great viewing, Faz. Good on you, mate.
Thanks, boys. I'll see you on Friday.
See you Friday.
Oh, that's great. Oh, I'm glad. Oh, Faz, well, remember, he's done a suckling pig for us for a team lunch once. Remember that?
Yeah, that's right. The 4 in hand, wasn't it?
I won't forget that day.
Well, Sarah. Oh,
Okay, we're not telling this story
Sarah
again.
was single at the time.
No.
One of Faz's mates.
One of Faz's mates had stacked heels on.
Bye, Faz. Good to chat.
You talk about
Says went on a date with him.
No, he had.
He was all over you like a cheap
No, that is a lie. You called me when I was having a date.
You
and I
said he had wandering hands.
No, I did not. I looked down and I said, while I was on the phone to you, oh my God, he wears orthopedic back shoes. We're out of here. He's too old for me.
God,
He's still catching up with him.
He was lovely.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Hey, going through our tax at the moment, claiming back as much as you can. ATO have come out and said to everyone, ladies, you cannot claim your boob jobs. Girls are still trying to do it. Do you know another big one as well that we need to talk about? But OnlyFans are now coming out and saying, well, this is a part of my job. I need to look my best.
Yeah.
Why can't I claim?
What's the argument? What's a couple of other examples that you could go with here?
Well, in TV, don't they get to claim wardrobe?
You can.
So
Yep.
then you would then argue that if you make money from Instagram,
aesthetics.
it's the aesthetics
Well,
and
this
it's the pictures.
Influencers are. Botox you're not allowed to. Laser hair removal. All that kind of stuff simply won't be allowed by the ATO. Cosmetic procedures such as facelifts or boob jobs, people do try to claim regularly, but they are they're saying that they are necessary to look good, and therefore that helps them generate their income. You
Fair
can see
call.
the argument.
If I was a model, could I claim, say, a gym membership? Or a health plan? Like if I was on a Weight Watchers program, could I claim that?
Well, I guess then does that
My
fall into-
income?
But if you look at, say, what you do for a living, so
Yeah.
what do you claim that is the equivalent? Like you're driving to work, you can't claim that.
No, but
Is
could I?
gym the same? The things that help you do your job but aren't,
They're crucial
used.
to my job, though.
but they're not in the job. Like you're not doing an ad on an exercise bike.
No.
So
Fine line with all this
It's really
stuff.
fine. Like, Tommy, some good news for you.
Oh, God.
So tools such as fetish equipment, novelties, toys, they can
Deserved.
be, because that's part of your income, Tom.
Thank you so much.
you're talking about the adult industry there.
So, well,
So
yeah,
you're saying
and now branches out to OnlyFans as well.
Yeah, but if so an OnlyFans.
So it's great to know that the maths contestants can claim all this stuff back.
So you could claim things that might play a part in your OnlyFans page,
Yeah.
but you can't claim things that you've done to yourself?
No, the ATO, and I can understand because once you open the floodgates, oh my gosh, if you allow boob jobs to be claimed because you're on OnlyFans and that's to generate income, there would be so many women that would be starting OnlyFans accounts and getting boob jobs, I would say, because then they could claim back something like that.
But some people would put it down to a major part of their career. And possibly, and I know one model, I won't mention their name, she claims her career didn't take off until she had it done.
And by that justification, I guess, this is a long bow to draw, but studying, if you did study to enhance your ability at your job, does the boob job not enhance their ability at their job?
One's physical.
So,
But still, it's enhancing your ability to do your job at the best level.
You can't claim it says.
But that's what I'm saying. Shouldn't you be able to?
Well, see, this is the
I
thing.
thought you were back on boob jobs.
Can we go through?
I am. I was
Can
trying
we
to
go
draw a
through the
parallel.
day of an OnlyFans creator, right?
Yeah.
So let's say Michelle Karen, she was on maths. She was one of the older ladies on there, but she's got her own account. She earns $7,000 per month.
What?
Right? But she's saying if you have a big day on the set, you can claim your lingerie. You can claim the toys that you're using on that set. You can claim the bed sheets allowed as used in the line of work. You can have coffee. You can claim the coffee pods that you use in between the breaks.
Okay.
You can claim the first aid course that you have if you go a little bit too hard on the day, because just in case someone needs it.
Okay.
Cleaning products. Obviously, there's a lot of cleaning that goes on as well. You can claim all that stuff.
The gurney.
And so,
Gross. That's disgusting.
So what we're talking about here, you're right, and pardon the pun, but it's about Pandora's box. The minute you open it up to boob jobs, then it becomes more of a fashion statement.
It does.
Becomes the aesthetics. What if, for health reasons, I wanted to have a breast reduction? Right? If there was someone out there that wanted a breast reduction.
How's that going to generate income for you?
Well,
how's that part of your job?
It's more the fact that it's healthier for me not to have those fat stores in my body.
It's got nothing to do with your job.
That's about your health insurance, which is part of your tax, isn't it?
Yeah,
we can look into that. Because you've been claiming concert tickets and things,
Here we go.
Sis,
Yeah.
which I thought was weird.
Sarah.
Don't you?
No, if you
It's
buy
part
them,
of our job.
yeah. Well, if we review,
I was joking.
I do.
Oh.
Well, it is part of our job.
Yeah.
We have to talk about it. Can't come on air and say Harry Styles was awesome if I wasn't
Well,
there.
the
And we
other-
don't get freebies anymore.
The other big one as well is the fine line that we have in the radio industry is that if you go on a holiday, how much you talk about it on air, are you giving a review of your holiday?
Have you done that before?
No,
Never.
No, I haven't.
Never.
I did get told someone who previously did this show said if you know someone who works at a magazine and you just tell them, I'll do a story on the trip that we had with the kids to Disneyland, little one, you can claim all that back.
I've heard of people that go on a holiday in the radio industry and they will go and visit a radio station overseas. They'll pop in, have a coffee, and then it becomes a work trip.
Didn't Tom do that?
No.
Tom.
Others at radio
No.
stations wouldn't let me in, says.
I mean, that account you have offshore, Fitz.
It's.
Do you declare that or you keep that pretty
No,
quiet?
that's pretty. Cayman
under the
Islands. Well, I
cover.
send the kids over to the Cayman Islands every now and then just
to
is-
balance it
yeah,
out.
It's always, you know what I love as well is that you can always find an accountant out there who's good at their job or really good at their job. If
Oh,
you know.
God.
Do you know what's funny too? And it's known in the industry. There's one guy in particular, I believe, is really good at his job.
Well,
and he floats around the traps, doesn't he? Oh yeah, that shirt, unbelievable, mate. The car, yep. Petrol, yep.
where I
Pies.
we bought the house, the first house that we bought it off a guy who was a dodgy he was accountant, Sarah, and he went to jail. And his wife said, I didn't know he was doing all this dodgy stuff. And she broke off the relationship, said, I can't remember him anymore. I have to sell the house. So you guys can have it. We got it at a good price. And she said, the only thing I'm worried about is that he has left money somewhere in the house.
Right.
Because he was doing so much dodgy stuff as an accountant
So where was it?
Well, this is the thing. We checked everywhere.
Couldn't find
I
it.
found there was a room underneath the house. We knocked down a wall, and there was another room with lights and that in there. So I don't know, he may have been growing something.
And then did you claim the damages to the house?
I claimed the damages to the house and the lingerie I was wearing that day.
The Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Lights, camera, clarity.
Ooh, Sarah.
The top trending stories in entertainment this morning. Jennifer Lawrence has said that she regrets doing the film Passengers. Now, I don't know if you guys have seen it. I quite liked this film.
I don't remember. Space movie?
It was her and Chris Pratt, and they were two passengers sleeping in suspended animation, and they were on board this craft with 5,000 other people, and they were all being taken to, say, a new planet. These two were awoken 90 years too early. The ship gets in danger. It's up to them to save it, or all the people on board moving to a new civilization won't survive.
You haven't really sold it in.
I haven't, but I only watched it sort of by mistake a few years ago. It was on TV. You just watch it. And I thought it was not too bad. Anyway, she's done an interview with the New York Times, and she said Adele, because they're very close, told her not to do it. Adele said, I feel like space movies are the new vampire movies. And Jennifer Lawrence said, I should have listened to her. A little bit scathing, I mean.
Jennifer Lawrence was all right with the $50 million she got for the film, though.
Well, that's the thing, and it made $303 million in the box office, so it wasn't a
Is it
flop.
better than Face Off, says, the Nicolas Cage film?
Everything's better than Face
Because they were talking about making a Face Off 2.
Don't have a go at Face Off, one of the greatest movies of all time.
The worst.
I did laugh because Adele's doing a heap of interviews. Did you guys see this yesterday? She was talking about how everyone says her name wrong.
Oh.
Yeah.
But this was ridiculous, but the internet's gone crazy over the fact we've all been doing it wrong. I think you'll find it's just her accent. This was her at a Q&A.
I love that. She said my name perfectly.
Yeah.
He came and asked me how I say my name, and I was like, Adele.
How was
and she was
mine?
like, hi, Adele.
They do it. Adele?
Adele.
Adele.
Adele?
Adele. That's Adele.
Adele.
More
But that's just her accent rather than Adele.
We call her Adele.
But it's the same way
Adele.
we say Rihanna and they say Rihanna.
We emphasise the Del more, don't we?
Adele.
No, well, it's Adele.
Adele.
Felt like a...
I mean, she's not the only Adele in the world.
But that's the thing.
And we've always said Adele to all the other Adeles that aren't Adele.
And it is still... Anyway.
I mean, we were saying we made a fool of ourselves saying Eugenie, weren't we?
Well, Eugenie.
Eugenie.
That's more complicated.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Eugenie sounds better, doesn't it?
Eugenie.
Does it?
Well, I think one of her wishes is for everyone to get her name right.
Thank you.
Guys, Brad Pitt, you would have seen last weekend, he was at the F1 because he was watching at the United States Grand Prix. He's doing an F1 film. He was in the pit watching how it all unfolds and doing prep. Anyway, he was on the pit walk, and one of the F1 commentators, Martin Brundle, who's very famously known for these pit stops, he tries to get these celebrities to talk to him. And Brad Pitt was starting to get, well, it made headlines because he was a little bit, not rude, but he pushed...
He was answering questions but kept walking away, Sarah.
Yeah,
didn't he?
this was what had happened.
Sorry, I'm trying to talk to the guy behind you. Brad, Martin Brundle, Sky F1. How are you doing?
Okay, we gotta go. Thank you.
Can you tell us a bit about this movie?
No, not yet. Top secret.
You've enjoyed the weekend. I've seen you so much this weekend.
Thank you, man.
All right, good. Somebody grabbing hold of my shoulder. I think, obviously, they're known as pit stops if they don't want you to talk to Brad Pitt. But
very good. Nice little tie-in. I like it.
Yeah, they grabbed him and pulled him back, but proving he is just a lovely bloke. Martin Brundle's come out and said that Brad Pitt actually reached out to him
afterwards?
yesterday, and said, I've seen everything that's gone on. Sorry.
Yeah.
We were just in the middle of doing... Like, he's apologised to him, and Martin Brundle's posted online saying it was unnecessary, but very nice.
Oh.
Yeah, Brad Pitt
Sent him a fruit basket or something, did he? Or a little hamper just to say sorry?
He went that far.
You know.
Muffin basket would have
muffin
been nice.
We went through Brad's phone and he deleted all the thirst accounts out of his Instagram account.
Oh, my God.
No, Brad Pitt's single. He can thirst up as much as he likes.
He's very thirsty.
Finally, this was very sweet. Harry Styles was, his tour is continuing. And he did the same thing last year. He calls it Harryween. So for Halloween, he does a special night. Last year, he dressed up as Dorothy from The Wizard of Oz. This year, he dressed up as Danny Zuko from Greece, and he performed a tribute to Olivia Newton-John.
So he was slick hair, leather jacket.
He looked hot.
He could have gone as Olivia.
That would have been weird.
He went as Dorothy last year. He could have gone as Olivia.
Olivia's passed away.
I know, but given he sang her song, that's a really great point, Fitzy.
Oh, it would have been too weird.
You reckon?
Yeah, jumping in quickly here, guys. I reckon it would have been a bit weird.
No.
If he turned up on stage dressed as Olivia Newton-John.
Well,
Dorothy was all right last year.
Yeah, Dorothy was fine, but I wouldn't have done Olivia.
The family would have loved that. What's her name? The daughter?
Chloe.
Chloe, that's right.
Yeah, well, I think it was still nice he sang. It's always funny, though, with Harry Audio because the girl's swearing over the top of it. It makes it hard to play.
It's very hard.
Yeah.
You're listening to the Fitzy and Wippa podcast.
Guys, Michael Mosley, Tommy, can you do me a favour? Get him on the show.
Yeah, absolutely.
Big Michael Mosley fan. He has been doing press because I think he's got a new book out talking about things that you can do to improve your lifestyle and your health. And I always like his tips. He's a wise man, Michael Mosley, Dr. Michael Mosley. He was the great campaigner for the 5-2 and talking about the benefit of fasting. And I always like his ideas when they agree with me. He has said that if you can squeeze in a sleep in the afternoon, your body will thank you.
Yeah, I know. Well, but
beauty.
I do disagree with that, though.
So you're not a doctor.
Well, but it upsets your routine that night for sleep.
Doesn't for me.
Yeah, I think it does sometimes for people, though, who do shift work.
Yes.
But if somebody, like, is he saying if you're in a 9-to-5 office, you should just duck to the cubicle for a tight 20?
No, not so much. It's more the siesta style, which obviously they do across Europe, where you just around 2 o'clock, lie down for an hour, lie down for 2 hours.
Don't they say anything over 20 minutes as your body goes into a deep sleep?
I think it works in different cycles. It works in
20
different
minutes
blocks.
and 90 minutes. They're your two things, I think.
So shoot for 90 instead of your 20. But if I had to sleep yesterday, and then by the time I got to bed at 9 o'clock last night, no question, I'm gone. Yeah.
You're like a newborn.
Yeah,
What do you mean?
You don't have to. It's like your computer. You never shut it down.
Never shut it down.
Just keep it going. Just keep the body going the whole time. It should be fine.
Nothing will ever break down.
You don't need a tech on your body.
No way. How's this? And I've said this to Lisa, we should do a hell of a lot more of it. Dance for 10 to 10 minutes every day.
Yeah.
Just around the kitchen, huh? So you put on a bit of music. Do it with the kids. Just dance a little bit. Do you tango? Have a bit of fun around the living room, up and down the hallway, whatever you've got to do. The foxtrot, the
rumba,
the rumba,
break dancing.
5 to 10 minutes a day, that's all.
Okay.
Here's the one I don't like. Reading for 30 minutes a day could help you live longer. Just not a good reader.
Is that emails or a book?
Good question, says.
Because everyone,
No.
I suspect, is on emails or Instagram for 30 minutes.
It's the moment of a book.
Yeah, I think so.
See, I instantly go to sleep. As soon as I start reading, it's just a perfect... Well, maybe I could combine the two with the afternoon nap with a book.
You can. There's your secret. What annoys me, he hasn't written in the article, stay on TikTok for sort of 15 minutes before you fall asleep each night, rotting your brain. He hasn't got that in there yet. That'll be in the next book.
Looking at thirst
traps.
Oh.
Looking and hiding it when your wife walks in. He hasn't written that.
No, that's not
He
good
will
for your
reveal
heart.
that very soon. But I like the idea, guys. Dance for 5 to 10 minutes. Get your afternoon sleep in.
Well done.
Horizontal dance for 5 to 10 minutes.
Mosley's done it again.
Tom, has your wife swept in on your TikTok account and made you cleanse that one as well as your Instagram?
No, I don't follow many people on TikTok, Matt. I sort of got off TikTok.
You don't need to, mate.
Yeah, after seeing you do your steering wheels on fire thing.
Yeah, the Michael Jackson.
That was early lockdown one. What
Is
a
that
time.
in there, Macca? MDG doing TikTok?
We should put that on our TikTok, actually.
Yeah,
just to share it with everyone right now.
Sure.
We'll do that after the show.
You've deflected beautifully there, mate.
Well
Well
done. One of those.
The Fitzy and Wippa Show is a Nova podcast. For more great comedy shows like this, head to novapodcast.com.au.